What is stare decisis? Stare decisis is the doctrine that courts should follow prior judicial decisions when resolving later cases involving materially similar facts and legal issues. Put simply, once a court has answered a legal question, that answer guides, and sometimes binds, future decisions to promote stability, predictability, and equal treatment under law. A brief origin story. Stare decisis emerged in English common law as judges began recording and citing earlier decisions in the yearbooks and, later, formal law reports. The practice migrated to other common law jurisdictions, notably the United States, where precedent became a principal source of law alongside statutes and constitutions. Civil law systems, e.g., much of Europe and Latin America, traditionally emphasize codified texts and treat prior cases as persuasive rather than binding, though many now accord higher authority to certain high court decisions. Two dimensions matter: vertical and horizontal stare decisis. Vertical stare decisis requires lower courts to adhere to decisions of higher courts within the same hierarchy. A trial court must follow its Court of Appeals and Supreme Court. Horizontal stare decisis concerns a court's adherence to its own prior decisions. High courts typically follow their past rulings absent special justification, but they can overrule themselves in exceptional circumstances. What exactly binds? The binding element of a case is its ratio decidendi, the legal reasoning necessary to resolve the precise issues presented. By contrast, obiter dicta, comments not essential to the outcome, carry persuasive weight at most. Identifying the ratio is a key lawyerly skill. It determines whether a later case is truly like the earlier one or meaningfully different. Stare decisis is not a straitjacket. Courts have two key escape valves. First, distinguishing. A later court explains why meaningful factual or legal differences make the earlier rule inapplicable. Second, overruling. The same court, or a higher one, expressly rejects a prior rule. Overruling is reserved for serious problems: unworkability, doctrinal inconsistency, erosion by subsequent legal developments, factual changes that undercut the rule's premises, or disruptive effects on reliance interests if the rule persists. Why do we value stare decisis? It advances rule of law virtues: stability, citizens can plan around established rules; fairness, like cases treated alike; and efficiency, judges need not reinvent solutions. Yet it also recognizes that the law must adapt. Hence the balance, a strong presumption in favor of precedent, tempered by principled mechanisms for change. Comparative note: in many civil law jurisdictions, high court jurisprudence guides lower courts strongly, even if not formally binding. Some systems codify forms of binding precedent for constitutional or supreme courts, reflecting a global trend toward greater respect for judicial consistency. Concrete examples: vertical precedent. A Supreme Court holds that a specific arbitration clause is unconscionable under consumer law. Trial and intermediate appellate courts must apply that rule to similar clauses unless and until the Supreme Court revises it. Distinguishing. A prior case invalidated hidden bank fees. In a new case, the bank shows prominent disclosure and informed consent. The court distinguishes the earlier holding and upholds the fees. Overruling. A high court revisits a decades-old rule about warrantless searches of digital devices, concluding that new technology and privacy expectations render the old rule untenable. It overrules and sets a new standard. Exam and practice tips. Always: 1. Extract the ratio decidendi precisely. 2. Ask whether your case is analogous or distinguishable. And 3. If seeking change, marshal workability concerns, reliance analysis, and doctrinal or factual shifts. Cite not only the outcome, but the level of court, vertical force, and the breadth of the rule. Remember that statutory or constitutional text can supersede precedent. When the legislature amends a statute, later cases must harmonize with the new text, even if that means narrowing or abandoning earlier interpretations. Bottom line, stare decisis is a discipline of reasoned continuity, not blind repetition. It preserves the law's coherence while allowing carefully justified evolution. Above, I've left more videos so you can keep learning law. Remember to leave us a like and subscribe.